One. Yes, indeed. We are now live with another live episode of No Cap Live, coming live and direct. I said live like 3 or 4 times just right there, but we are live indeed. Welcome to another live episode of No Cap with yours truly, Coach P, and my partner, KC. What's up with you, man?
Man, same old shit, different day. Just messed up my camera a little bit, but we gonna
Yeah,
fuck with it.
yeah, yeah,
There we
yeah, yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. We live with it. We live with it. So it's some adjustments. Yeah, time out, but it's all gravy, baby.
What's up with my
Um,
partner though?
oh
What you
man,
been doing?
just chilling, just chilling, doing the same thing I do every day. Blessed to be able to do training and training other people.
That part.
You know.
Good
Yes,
Wednesday.
sir.
Good
Yes,
Wednesday.
yes,
Not
indeed.
really good for the people in LA though. People in LA were dealing with all that fire out there.
Oh, that's
All the
what they
fire.
was. Okay, okay. So I just heard something about like fires in California. I thought it's in LA.
Yeah. What is it? The Palisades? Yeah, that whole city gone, bro. They said the whole city because the mayor was in Hades, I think. And she defunded the fire department. She cut the budget on the fire department, so it wasn't no water pressure. So they when they went to go put out the fires, it wasn't enough pressure on the water. It wasn't so they couldn't put out the. That's why the whole city burning. And when they went to ask the mayor, like when she came back and they asked her, like, now do you regret that? She was just looking like, I don't know what I can say at this point. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was mainly.
Yeah.
So
Well.
the people
Oh,
in the Palisades, they said the hotel just over flooded because nobody got no place to stay.
oh, so everybody is going to the hotels and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
ugly,
Hope,
ugly.
hopefully they get it together. Well, I'm sure they'll get it together as soon as possible. Yeah.
You see, they fired my partner, right?
Hmm?
Antonio Pierce.
Oh, for real? Yeah. I didn't see that, but I think
Yeah.
you had says no. I think I've seen a clip or something saying that he would probably get let go. I don't agree with
I'm
that.
um I- two things. I agree with it and I don't agree with it because I was a supporter of him coming in, right? I
Yeah.
wanted AP because he felt Raiderish. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I wanted him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what happened is he sucked. Like that's the
well, that
easiest
ain't
way to put it.
well, that ain't gonna cut it.
No, and we lost 10 straight games.
Yeah.
We went 2-2, then we lost 10 straight. And then we had the number one pick. We were tied for like number one pick.
Yeah.
And then he won the game. And that took us from first to eighth. Like, why did you win that game? And then to make it even worse, the next week he went out and won again. Like, Nick, what are you doing? You
Well, if they about to get rid of him, get him up out of there, do he care anymore?
yes, yes.
he better show he can win so he can get another job somewhere else because the Raiders obviously is moving on. I don't care about y'all picks. I care about me getting picked where I'm gonna go.
Hey, listen, he ain't going nowhere. He got kicked out of. I ain't gonna even talk bad about AP because I like AP. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I ain't gonna even talk
yeah,
bad about AP
yeah.
because I was rooting for him to win. But the way that they fired him was scandalous because the New England Patriots they fired Gerard. Another point,
I
they
saw
fired
that.
they fired Gerard Mayo right after the game. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no going out to the podium talking. The
Oh, I didn't
Tennessee
know.
Titans,
I know it's right after the game, but
yeah,
I
they
knew he
fired
got fired.
immediately. And
Mm.
then the Tennessee Titans coach, not the coach, the general manager, he was there for
Oh,
2 years. Another black fella fired him
I saw
immediately.
that too. Yeah.
Now Antonio Pierce, they had him come out there Monday. He did his interview. You know what I'm saying? He talking good. And then what happens? Everybody think he's safe. He like, I don't hear nothing about no job firing except from y'all. And I don't even know what this is. Um, then they send him out there on Tuesday and fire the dude.
That's crazy. I
Like,
mean,
damn, y'all just fired blood. But I was happy because he got fired because why you win them games, dumbass? Lose the games on purpose. The other part was, damn, y'all didn't have to fire him like that. The other part is they fired 3 black coaches within like 24 hours. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? 24 to 48 hours. And the argument now is why are y'all keep firing all the black coaches faster than y'all firing the white coaches? The
Yeah.
white coaches they get more time to build their teams, but the
Yeah.
black coaches, they one and done. They really just satisfying. We got to have some black people. So now the question is, since Donald Trump got back in office, I don't even want to use him like that, but are these folks gonna feel like, man, fuck these folks, we finna just keep getting rid of them because we got our guy back in the office, or is it like, now, you know what, we just this the NFL, we bigger than all the politics. This is what it is.
Well, it's politics and everything. You know what I mean? It's politics in everywhere that people go. You got street politics in the street. You got politics at in every community. And I ain't just talking about government or those type of politics. It's always with people. Most people go always introduce some type of politics. So whether who in office or not, I think it'll be some politics going on in sports. It always is. Um, you know, individuals are getting opportunities as they should, right? What they do with those opportunities, we always wish the best, obviously, when given those opportunities. In general, one of the worst job security jobs that anybody can have, and this was told to me years and years and years ago by people who played in NFL. It was like coaching. Coaching is one of the worst jobs you could ever get if you are looking for job security. It's the most unjob security job that you could ever get. It's like at the top of the list. People always got to uproot, move their family. They never know if they're going to come back for another year. It was like, that's one of the worst jobs a person can get, one of the toughest jobs to keep. Everything always falls back on you. Now, with that being said, that's for any coach of any background, any ethnicity, any identified cultural complexion, any of that. And then on top of that, now you add in, politics, right? So you're already walking into an environment that you got to go into knowing it ain't no job security in this anyway. If a person of any kind come in thinking that there's job security in coaching, they tripping.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
They get the guaranteed check though.
Yes, but they're not guaranteed to stay where they're at.
As
They'll
long as
get
they got the check.
Yeah, okay, so you move your whole family. A person
Right.
moves their whole family to where they got a guaranteed check, and then on Tuesday find out they out of there.
Hey, guess what? We going back home. We got the check though.
You know what I mean?
We was out. Hey, look, you don't sell your house where you was at. You rent you one while you out there. Cause look, y'all know we might be here for 1 year. We might be here for 6. But hey, we gonna rent this one. We gonna Airbnb this thing
and own that one. Yeah.
Right. Because look, if you getting if these coaches is getting 30, 40, look at John Gruden. He got 10 years, 100 mil.
Yeah.
Even when they fired him, they still got to give him that 100 mil. He's still been getting 10 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, move me.
Yeah.
Hey, you fired. Hey, get y'all shit. Let's go.
And a person could say, well, I got my money, but it still don't mean that they didn't get fired. Right? So we talking about people getting replaced. We're not them, the money they get, that's a different scenario as far as you got your money, but you still got to get on. And so, the question that people ask is, why is it like that? And just off top, I'm just bringing light to the situation off top. And because you watch it, you study football. Coaching is not, there's no job security. And like I said, this came from people who I know who were in the league. There's no job security there. I guess for great coaches, there's job security in the fact of they can bounce around and go places. But establishing roots and that's not like for all coaches. All coaches don't establish roots right in one place. You know what I'm saying? So then on top of that, you add in the politics of, all those other components like racism, skin complexion, how people are identified and all that good stuff, the history of the country and the history of sports themselves, where people wasn't even allowed to play the sport, let alone lead the people who are playing the sport. You know what I mean? That's the history of it. The history, you're talking about coaching something, now you're talking about leading. You're talking about a GM, a general manager or something, when before they couldn't even manage their own schedule to be a player in the league.
Mm.
So that's the history. That ain't went nowhere. It's just time has passed. Right? And now you add on top of that, this environment is not known for great job security. So it's a double whammy is what I'm saying. And oftentimes some people find themselves with the double whammy that they got to overcome, and others don't have that same hurdle to overcome. They might have one, but they don't have the 3, 4, and 5 hurdles that somebody else might have to overcome to keep their job or get it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's good. It's good. You know, I had a good day yesterday.
Indeed.
You ever have one of them days where you just feel like, damn, this was a good ass day, even though it was
Absolutely.
long. I mean,
Yeah.
most days, my favorite time of the day is when I'm making invoices. But
no. When them invoices have been ka-chinged, when they
that part,
yeah.
them days, you know, they come on different days. But
Yeah.
you know, when one of the other hits the day, you're like, ooh, that was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, I seen opportunity present itself. I took it. I seen what else did I see? I got some creative juices flowing. I took it.
That's good.
Networked a little bit more. Took it. Got
That's
some
good.
unexpected calls. Took it. Like everything was just. The day was long. The day was long, but it was just a good long day. A good long day.
Sounds productive.
Sounds blessed.
And
I'm glad
blessed.
I had it.
Indeed.
I'm glad I had it. So, what's your fitness tip of the day?
Fitness tip of the day. Actually, this is up on my board right now. It's the fitness mindset. You know, a lot of people came into this 2025 because it's January and the new year, and people have a lot of goals. So I started this off with my members at the studio and online, and bringing it here. You know, one of the biggest things that people have trouble with when it comes to fitness goals themselves is their fitness mindset and their relationship with fitness. Like, people are not aware that how you get in shape and or struggle with getting in shape is actually a relationship. And just like any other relationship, the fitness relationship is only going to thrive as healthy as the relationship is. So if a person thinks about any relationship, like a relationship with a job or a manager or a significant other or their partner, if the relationship is not a healthy relationship, if it's stressful, if there's fear, if it's one-sided, if it's, you know what I mean, it's not productive. It don't matter what the goal is. It's very difficult, almost impossible to achieve a goal and or make it a commitment because of all of the hurdles in the way, all of the negativity in the way, and the relationship itself is unhealthy. A lot of people, most people, many people have unhealthy relationships with fitness. The relationship is unhealthy. They know they want to get in shape, they know they want to be healthy, but they don't like it. They have a fear, they have insecurities, they don't trust themselves. You know what I mean? So there's a lot they've been scared into going to the gym. Somebody told them, oh, you better go or you're going to have high blood pressure. So there's this negative connotation and it affects the relationship. So my fitness tip of the day is for those of you who want to make fitness a lifestyle, focus on your fitness mindset and developing and train yourself to develop the fitness mindset to have a healthy relationship with fitness. Because when you develop a healthy relationship with fitness and you love it, you have a joy, it brings you peace, it brings you joy, you're more likely to stick with something that you have a love and a passion and a joy for than something that you dread or hate. The energy that you put into something is the exact effect and energy that you will get out of it. It's going to be, that energy is going to drive the byproduct that comes from it. So if negative energy is going into it, no matter how much time you spend, it's not going to come out the way you want it to. But if you put positive, focused, joyful, strong, confident energy into it, then I guarantee you'll see results that you want to see and above, because you'll make it a lifestyle. So that's my fitness tip of the day.
My fitness tip of the day is fuck that shit. Just keep going. That's my fitness tip of the day. Say fuck that shit and just keep going. Sometimes you gotta say fuck that shit and keep going.
And I'm gonna say this: my fitness tip of the day is sign up with TTVFC so you can get the coaching that you need to make these things achievable.
Hey, go ahead.
before you
Yeah.
go to the next business tip of the day, what?
Nah, you had asked me a question the other day. The damn I can't remember the text you sent me.
I got it right here, but let's go business tip of the day. That's something new. Boo boo. You ain't got your things up yet? Come on, man. You
Hell
slacking
no.
on the buttons over there, man.
Hey
What's going
man,
on?
listen, life been getting, life been lifing.
uh,
Business
act,
tip of the day.
business tip of the day. You got one? I got something.
What you got?
Business tip of the day. I'll start it off, and then if you have something, you could throw something in there as well. Business tip of the day. I'm gonna go with continued education in the field in which you are a professional in, especially entrepreneurs, but even those who are salaried or contracted. Um, Continued education is very important. This is something that was taught to me by people who I learned business practices from. Uh, when you're very good at something and you've established business or you've made enough moves and you are highly contracted or a high level management position or whatever it may be, you are very knowledgeable and maybe even an expert at that. But sometimes where people fall off, even at those high levels, are getting to those levels, is they don't focus on continued education. And I'm not just talking about like general college education. I'm talking about specific skills that are directly impact your performance and your making you a professional. You know, things you have a foundation when you learn something, but then people continuously adapt things. You know what I mean? Things continuously to adapt. They might come out like even with the trucking business, they might come out with a new I don't know what it's called, the little lever thing that go up and down. They might come up with a new one or something, or they might whatever it is. They come out. There's
Right.
always something new, right? And
Mm.
as long as we continue to learn these things, it also just makes us sharp and focused and professional, and we can learn and adapt little things. You might know a whole lot, but you might pick up something like, "Oh, I didn't even do that like that. That is kind of smooth how they did that," just from continued education in the field that you are in, right? As it relates specifically to your what you do as a professional. So that's my business tip of the day. Continued education is very important.
You know what mine would be? My business tip of the day would be use your mouth. Use your mouth.
Mm,
Your mouth is your biggest networking tool you got. Use your
yeah,
mouth. Talk. Closed mouth don't get fed.
yeah,
Reach out to people. Talk to people. Meet people. Interact. Shake hands. Say hi. A smile is contagious. Once you give somebody, how you doing today? Guess
yeah,
what? They're gonna smile back and they're gonna talk. That's an opportunity for you to network. That's an opportunity to hand out a card. That's an opportunity to shake a hand. That's an opportunity to say, hey, I do
yeah,
this. You might need it. So that's my business tip of the day. Use your mouth and don't be afraid to speak and don't be afraid to smile.
yeah. I call that
Hello.
being a walking billboard. When I do my sit downs with people and we go over
Mm-hmm.
like business practices, you're a walking billboard. And when I bring new coaches on, they like, I don't know how to get people. I don't know how to do that. Can you teach me? I'm like, well, the number one thing is kind of like it goes along with what you was just saying, being a walking billboard. And everywhere you go, whoever you speak to, even if they smile at you or they say, oh, it's a beautiful day today, you say, yes, it is. By the way, because they spoke to you for a reason, because you are a walking billboard. They spoke to you for a reason because they saw something that they wanted to bring something up and say something to you. If you say something to me, you're getting the invitation to come get what I got. You understand?
Right.
It don't matter who it is. So being a walking billboard and definitely using it, and, speaking up on what you want, be a walking billboard and invite people, give them something free, give them a sample. They did it in the dope game and everything else. Um, you was asking about the thing I sent you.
Yeah, what you saying?
Let me see if I can remember what mindset I was in when I sent it. But it was oh just because you care about someone doesn't mean you have to care about their personal decisions. So just because you care about someone personally or in general, because right, you can care about people in general. Like you can like for instance, you were just talking about sending out a prayer and all that to the people in LA. You may not know those individuals in the Palisades, but in general, that's a general human nature to just care in general about the well-being, right? And then you
Mm-hmm.
may have people that are super personal to you that you could care about. But just because you care about someone generally, like you can be in a workplace and you generally care about the well-being of the people in your workplace, or it could even be someone personal to you. Does that mean just because you care about an individual that you have to care about their personal decisions that are personal to them?
So because I care about somebody, do I got to care about their personal feelings?
No, their personal choices, decisions, not their feelings. I mean, that's another question, but their choices that they make, their decisions, what they decide to do.
Well, I would always like to see the best for the person that I'm cool with, dealing with, whatever. If I care about you, I would care that you make the best choices. I
Mm-hmm.
can suggest something, but ultimately what you do is your business. Now, am I going to talk behind your back when you do it? Probably. This
So
dumb motherfucker. I just told him don't do this dumbass shit.
let
But it's your choice. You did it. Your life. You got to live it. You got to deal with the consequences. So
so let
who
me
am
give
I?
you a little more background because my lady and I were talking, and this is how it kind of came up. I was doing most of the talking, but she was talking, and we were having a conversation, and it kind of came up like this. Um, so there's people who identify as certain things nowadays. That's like a real thing. Like they could be gay, they could be straight, they could be trans, they could be whatever, right? They can
Mm-hmm.
identify as male, female, or whatever. And she had a appointment, and they had all these questions on there, and this kind of led to the conversation. And I was saying, like, it could be somebody that I can care about a person's well-being, but I don't have to care nor support their every decision that they make. Like if they decide that they want to have a sex change or something, I don't have to care about that. And that doesn't mean that I don't care about the person, right? I don't have to care about them doing that. That's their decision. It doesn't have to affect me in any kind of way. I don't have to be upset, happy about it in any kind of way, but I can still be like, I hope they're okay and they do well in life. So that's kind of where the conversation came from. And as we kept talking about it, I was like, that's actually, I think people sometimes may not be just aware that it's okay to care about an individual, but you don't have to care about every decision that they make because it don't really affect
Concern
you.
you? Right.
It don't concern you.
Right. That would have been my answer. Yeah. No, I don't. I care enough to say, hey, you can do better, but I don't care enough to concern myself too much with it. You grown, make your decision. You got to live with it. So live with it. It's your shit. Hey, just remember what I like to say. A fad only
Mm,
lasts for so long. Some shit you
mm,
do, you can't
mm,
come back from. So if you're
mm,
just doing it to follow what people are doing,
mm.
remember 5 years, 10 years, a year, a month, you might regret that shit. And some shit you can't take back. So just
And
make sure you're
so
making diligent and mindful decisions.
that you are comfortable living with. Now we're on that side of the fence, right? It sounds like you and I are both on the same side of the fence. But now speaking from the other side, which is individuals who try to say like, um, you have to care about what an individual cares about. There are certain people who feel like they gotta push an agenda or that people have to accept in the way that they accept what the decisions that they have made for themselves. The way that the people show their support is that they have to show that they care. They have to rally behind. They have to be all in, right? And then if an
Mm-hmm.
individual does not do that, if they don't rally behind those decisions, if they don't show full support, if they don't show up at these things, then they say, "Oh, you don't care about this person. You don't care about these people." And it could just be that you don't care or you don't care about their decisions, not necessarily the person. You understand? So from the other side, like I could be like, you and I'll use you and I as an
Mm-hmm.
example. I could be like, I'm about to go buy me a Bentley,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm about to go get a Bentley right now. I'm about to go get that thing. I'm like, I ain't really got it, but they told me I can get that thing. No way, I'm gonna go get it. You like, P, you probably can invest that money a certain way, and you may or may not say that, right? But at the end of the day, how I spend my money, you know
Ain't
what I
my
mean?
business.
Ain't your business. But then if I be like, bro, it seemed like you was hating though when I was talking about going to get this Bentley, cuz like, what type of energy you on? Cuz like, you should have been my biggest supporter. I thought you was my partner, bro. When I said I was
Ain't
going
my
to get this
business,
Bentley,
brother.
when I was going to go get this Bentley though, bro, you was supposed to be like cheerleading for me. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, you know what I would have said in that situation? Hey, it ain't my business, brother. You gotta live with your own
But
decisions. You know what I'm
you
saying? It
feel
ain't
me?
my
So
business.
I'm just giving an
Right.
example. But that doesn't mean that you, and even if I tried to attack you, right? That would
Mm-hmm.
be a weakness on my part, not on yours. Right. And that doesn't mean that you don't care about me as a person. That just was my decision. You don't have to agree. So that's kind of what I was saying. And I think a lot of people um they don't pay attention to those things like that. They get into people's business when they probably shouldn't, or people want people to be in their business when people don't need to be. People don't,
Mm.
everybody don't have to adopt and follow things that might be a trend or might be something new just because certain people care about it.
Hey, hey. Remember when Nicole was on the show and we had that conversation about
Shout out to
being
Nicole.
shout out to Nicole. Um when we talked that conversation about being honest versus being transparent, and from the outside looking in, it looked like they both the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that conversation because sometimes what
Shall
I
we bring
found
Nicole
is
on? Let me call it. No.
no. Look, sometimes what I was thinking about is I tried it one day. I was like, man, let me try to be transparent about some, be forthcoming. I think that's the better word, forthcoming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let me be
Mm-hmm.
forthcoming instead of just having to say, hey, this is what happened. So I tried it one day and I said, hey, that was a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about it. I thought about this, right? Can
Mm-hmm.
people all the time really handle transparency? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you, if I like that whole conversation you just had right there
Mm-hmm.
about the Bentley, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you would have said, "Hey man, I just, hey bro, let me holler at you, okay? Look, bro, tell me what you think. I'm finna go give me a Bentley, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, nigga. I really can't afford the credit, really, but I got the jug on it. But the note's gonna be high. Now you came to me and was like, bro, I'm finna get that. You know what I'm saying? Now, me being your partner, I'm gonna be like, oh, how long you gonna hold that for? What you gonna have that for about a month? What you finna do with that? You know, what you finna rent it? How you? Everything gonna be cool. They're gonna come back and get it. This is me being your partner. I'm gonna ask you these kind of questions, right? This is I'm gonna give you my honest answer because you came forth and you was like, bruh, not that you had to be transparent with me, but you came forth and was like, hey, bruh, I can't even afford this shit. I'm finna scam real quick, damn near, and get this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You'll feel a little bit better. And as a friend, I'm gonna be like, you know what? My nigga, I can appreciate you more. So when I come talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you more open and honest. Can friends handle friends conversations? Can all friends handle friends conversations? You know what I'm saying? Can all your
Yeah.
friends handle all the honesty that you're willing to give them? And then it goes back to what we've been saying. Is the motherfucker able to receive it when you do give it to them? Or
Yeah.
motherfuckers be so caught up in their feelings and shit, you making me feel some kind of way about it. You know what I'm saying? That they
Yeah.
can't even receive the nigga. I'm not trying to hurt you. Hey, whatever you do, you got to do.
Yeah.
I care about you, but your decisions is your decisions.
Yeah.
But this is what I see. Are you
Yeah.
still gonna? Is it gonna be better now? Or is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Worse. Like you feel me?
I think you're correct. Most people up front don't like to handle that. Most people up front are not ready for that. Most people up front can't handle it up front. Most people up front, they get defensive. People go on
Right.
defense before anything else. Bro, I was coming to you talking about me getting this Bentley, and I told you I ain't really got it like that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to stand. But that's defensive. You know what I'm saying? You sound like you hating though, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even asked me how much the bill is. You could have threw me something on the down payment. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
it's a thing where people become defensive before they become open. Now, logic will, that's emotion, right? But logic will come in at some point. It will kick in no matter how long it takes. And most people who have logic in as part of their being at some point will come back to you and say, bruh, you was right. I know I was ready to tussle. I was ready to fight. But you know what? You was the only person that was transparent with me like that. You was the only person that kept it real with me like that. Most of the times, see, that's past care. That's actually real love. If you got real love for somebody, you will come to them and be transparent with them. And I think that's the point when people talk about transparency. But when you come to somebody like that, you probably know that they go be defensive and say something crazy. You already know that going in, but you're going to do it anyway in a respectful way, hopefully. But you're going to say what you got to say, because if we didn't, we would be fake.
Hey, P. You know, I got two people. I got like my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to her every day. That's my nigga, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I got my cousin, who's my other sister.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm gonna tell you some shit. Now I can talk to my sister every day, and I know she's watching, so I'm gonna say it. Sometimes she say shit, and it'd be like, she be right.
That's
Sometimes.
why you were smiling just now?
Yeah, because she's some bullshit. No. So what my sister always tells me is her favorite thing to say is, and why wouldn't they? Right? And why wouldn't they? Me and my sister be having some good conversations. So when I say, and why wouldn't they, she knows what I'm referring to, but I'm going to share it.
Appreciate you, Mark.
Sometimes when I feel down, like, and I'll be hard on myself. Sometimes I get hard on myself, and I'll be venting to my sister like, "Hey, see, whoop the whoop the whoop." And my sister, she's always uplifting me, right? She always, bro, and why wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they? I give her some scenarios about some things, and why wouldn't they? And she'll give me a whole spiel. Sometimes she'll call me, be like, "Hey, bro, your energy off," and we ain't even talk but like 2 minutes. She'll send me a text message sometimes and be like, "Yo, what's wrong with you today?" So, and it'd be like, "Yo, nigga," and she was like, "Yeah, something just felt off."
Yeah.
So she does this sometimes, right? And when she does it, I'll be like, I don't be in a space to receive what she say. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, right? And she'll call me and she'll give me her whole spiel, and I know what she's saying. I'll hear it, and I take it, and it's like, Now, my sister would tell me the exact same thing, but because it's my sister, I'm only hearing it from my sister. I'm not looking at her as a woman. You know,
I understand.
But I'm looking at her as my sister. So when she's saying it, I'm hearing it, and it's like, you're supposed to say that. You're my sister, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll talk to my other sister, who's my cousin, but I called 1A, 1B, So I'll call her, and she will say the exact same thing in a different way. And it real quick. You know what I mean? So when my sister would say, and why wouldn't they? My other sister, which is my cousin, would say, hell yeah, they supposed to.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, Sister gave me sisterly advice. Cuz gave me cuz advice. Sometimes cousin advice, it hit a little bit different than sister advice. And then when me and my sister, we'll be talking later, and the shit'll come back. Right? So, reason I'm telling this story. My sister would tell me, the why wouldn't they, hey man, go out there, put yourself out there, do this, do that. And I'll be like, hey, this whoop the whoop happened. And I'll tell her about different scenarios, right?
Yeah.
One day I took a girl to a restaurant called the Fish Bowl.
Okay.
Don't even laugh. I ain't finna tell no bad story. Listen. I ain't gonna pee. Don't laugh either, because I ain't gonna tell no bad story. I took a girl to the Fish Bowl.
Okay.
And I ordered my food, and I'm a gentleman. When once we get to the table, man, order what you want. So I sit down, she sit down. I order my food. She orders her food. Our food comes to the table. We got our drinks.
I'm laughing because sis said I'm nervous. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And she got her food. I got my food. Right. She reaches over and try to take some food out of my plate. Now, I'm looking at her like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Why you just touch my food? And she like, well, we came to the restaurant so we can share. No, we didn't. We came to the restaurant to eat. I got my food, you got yours. Why you reaching over my plate? She says to me, who the fuck does that when you come to a restaurant? We here to fucking share. I don't even want this shit.
Oh.
That's what she said. And she got up and she walked out.
Oh.
I don't know if she went to the bathroom or went outside. I don't have no idea. Cause you're not gonna embarrass me in front of nobody. So I'm a player though. So I said,
all
hey,
day, every day.
The waiter walked by and said, hey, excuse me, young man. Hey, can you go ahead and bag this one up for me and put it in the to-go bag? And I'm gonna sit right here, but you can bring me the check too, though. So he went and bagged up her food. That food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sitting down eating, drinking. She walks back to the table and she pulls out her chair and she said, where's my food? I said, shit, you left me. You ain't got none. I said, mine in that to-go bag. She said, what the fuck you mean? So she's going off on me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at her like, hey, nigga, nobody told you to get your hostility ass up and walk up out of here.
Yeah.
So my question is going to be this to you, P. Do women talk themselves out of good dudes?
Oh my God.
I ain't even finna say I was the best dude at that time, but I'm just saying, do women talk themselves out of good men?
Or just good gifts or good situation? Man, you know what, KC? Bro, I said this last episode, we be talking and we ain't even talk.
Right.
You hear? We be talking and we ain't even talk. I could piggyback off what you was just talking about, but you know, it's crazy. But yeah, you know, you always gotta keep it playing.
Right.
In all situations. And when we say player, again, it doesn't mean having a whole lot of women. It's a way of conducting yourself in a gentlemanly way and being able to make the best of every situation, no matter what type of situation presents itself. Now, the young lady that got up, and so she was trying to flirt, right? She and her feelings was hurt, and she probably, I don't know her, but she probably wasn't the smartest person in the first place, because that situation shouldn't have gone that way, right? You could have, the same energy that people use in a negative, ignorant, combative way, it could have been a joke. She could have like, oh, okay, my bad. You're like, dang, you didn't put your food on, and it could have been a beautiful date. That same situation, depending on the way the energy went, it didn't have to go that way. It's almost like sometimes when police come, they're supposed to de-escalate a situation, but they be the ones that make it worse. Because that's the type of energy they was on, the type of time they was on. So you wasn't on that. You was on, have a good time, get what you want. And even though you say, hey, why would you put your fork in that? If she was player, like you just said you was, if she was in a mindset of we're having a great time, she could have been like, oh, my bad, I didn't know. But dang, you kind of had it could have turned into a flirtatious, beautiful moment. And it have to be negative. That's just a decision of the individual that doesn't know how to carry themselves in certain moments. Any energy can be used, right? Negative or positive. She chose negative. Maybe she was embarrassed. Maybe she was just stupid. Who knows? Yes, and like Mark said, it's not all, but a good majority of women at times can, a individual, there's like a lack of appreciation at times when it comes from the male side of giving to a woman, because it's more of an expectation than an appreciation. It's more of a, well, they expect certain things more than showing appreciation for certain. If a woman were to take you out, you would be more appreciative than expecting, right? You take a woman out, they expect that. It's expected. She expected to eat off your plate. She expected for you to pay for the bill. She expected for you to open it. She expected all of these things. And if what you're doing is not meeting up to her expectations, she forgets to be appreciative of your effort, your time, your energy, and your money, right?
So is it cool? Is it cool for? Let me. If it was
So,
somebody, if I was really in that moment, in that mode, like y'all really fuck with you all the way, like like eating off my plate. That's eating off my plate. You know what I'm saying?
it's not a big deal.
It ain't if I fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I don't, if we just, I don't know where your mouth been. Don't just come sticking your fork in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Look,
I mean, even if it's your wife you've been with for years, you may not. It ain't got nothing to do with where her mouth been. You want to eat your food, but it doesn't have to turn into.
Hey, if I've been
Get
fucking
up
with
from
you
the table,
forever,
leave. Yeah.
listen. Here's the thing. If I've been dealing with you for a long time, you know how you want your food. You know how I like my food. You're gonna order what you want because you want what you want, and
Yes.
we ain't gotta do that shit. Now, if you looking like, hey, that shit look good. Hey, try this real quick. Difference. But if you've been dealing with somebody long enough, you go to the restaurant, you get a burrito with the sour cream, the guacamole, and all that shit.
And
But
you know
your
what
girl
they
wants
get?
the right. She wants the taco without this.
Yeah.
She ain't really finna be looking for your food. Eat your shit. I'm gonna eat mine.
Yeah.
Now, this reason I asked this shit. This the reason I asked this shit. Because I want to know some things. You know what I'm saying? I want to know some things. So y'all bear with me because I'm finna go a little bit off script, but I'm gonna bring it back.
Indeed.
Some of these women, good-looking women.
Indeed.
The ugliest part about a good-looking woman to me, their attitudes.
Indeed.
When they give you these nasty ass attitudes like they entitled, like they owed something.
Indeed.
Excuse me, motherfucker, I don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the only motherfucker look good here. You know what I'm saying? So they give you this little attitude like they're entitled.
Indeed.
And then so you start talking to them. You start trying to I don't want to say interrogate, but you want to dig a little deeper. Let me get to know you a little bit. See, women think that we only looking at them for their sexual bodies, but we're not. We say shit, we do shit, and we move. Everything is intentional with us. The words, the way we sit, the way we talk, the way we move, the way we maneuver, everything is intentional. So we're not just sitting here playing with you. Even if you think we're dumb or you think we ain't paying no attention, we're watching everything you move. We're watching your shoes. We're watching your hair. We're watching the gel. We're watching the teeth. We're watching your cleavage. We're watching the way your eyes roll to the neck. Man, we watch everything about you. So when you think we ain't paying attention, oh yeah, we just watched every move you make. So when you get home with the dude and he says something like, hey, you know I seen whoop the whoop, you're gonna be like, nigga, when did you look at that? Because I paid attention to everything you did, even when you walked to the bathroom. My question is, if we sitting here having a conversation, this is my question. What questions is off topic? Is inappropriate? What's an inappropriate question if we just first dating? Like, let's say I went and met with somebody. The first thing she said to me, we was talking, she was like, do you want kids? Because I can't have none. Nigga, you want some more? And I'm like, shit, I wasn't even thinking about kids. I was just thinking about
that wasn't even on my mind at all.
Nigga, didn't even fly across this motherfucker. But some people gonna be like, hey, you gotta get off the rip. One person asked me right off the rip, hey, you got a vasectomy? What? Why? you know, who the fuck asked you that? Oh, hey, you got a vasectomy? Find out. Fuck around and find out. Find out. That's how you gonna know. If you end up pregnant, it ain't mine. I got a vasectomy. If you don't, bitch, I didn't get one, but you ain't pregnant. Find out. Find out. But my thing is, a lot of these women, man, they talk themselves out of shit.
Yes.
You can treat a woman real good. You can you can have every intention of being nice,
the best
being
intentions.
kind.
Yes, the best
and
intentions.
Then they come out and they do nasty shit.
And talk themselves out of talk themselves out of something.
And then wonder why niggas don't want to talk to them. You know why a nigga don't want to talk to you? Because you have a nasty attitude.
Yeah.
You know why a nigga don't want to talk to you? Because you feel like you entitled. You think a nigga won't spoil you when you look good. You think a nigga won't spoil you if you look bad. See, this the thing. We just give a fuck if we hidden and if we full and if we cool. If I got a place that made me feel comfortable, it's good. If I can roll over and give me one here and there, it's good. But the problem is, y'all feel like, oh, nigga, you need to be doing this. You need to be taking me here. You need to be letting me try this. You need to buy me this, buy me that. I don't got to do shit but stay black, die, and pay these bills and taxes. The shit that y'all be asking niggas for, can you give to yourself? Can you take me out to eat and pay for this dinner 2 times? Can you take me and my friends out to eat? If me and 5 of my partners roll up right now, can you cover that bill? Or you want me to cover you and your partner's bill because I'm the nigga? Where you work at? What your job look like? You got 401k. You got back taxes. If I needed you, can I be a house husband? Can you take care of me? Because guess what? I get it about you without no hesitation. If you're gonna give it to me, I'm gonna get it about you. But when a nigga come at you the correct way,
yeah,
and a nigga start investing some time in you, see, y'all think that a nigga just wants your coochie. No, baby, we want your mind, we want your body, and we want your soul. We want total control, but we want you to have the same thing.
yeah.
So when a nigga start talking to you and trying to give you, doing a little digging, pulling little questions out, asking little shit, knickknacks, it's okay for you to do it, but it ain't okay for me. Because I'm going to find out. I done got so spiritual with this shit. I need to know your sign right off the rip. Hey, what's your sign? You this? Ooh, yeah, we don't even mix. I ain't even going to waste my time with you. I ain't even going to do it because you might be some, you know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, P, do your thing.
No. I mean, you know, we in line like as usual. Like when I said expectations and you say entitled, you know what I mean? We talking about the same thing, entitled and expectations. I think entitled is a really good word though, right? And that and like I was saying about the appreciation, you know what I mean? The entitled, the expectations that women a lot of times come in with, they forget to show the most important thing that would keep the gifts and the giving coming, which is appreciation. Some people, and this is not just women, we're talking about male and female right now, but people at times, a lot of people are bad receivers. They don't receive gifts well. And that's why the universe keeps skipping over them. Because when the universe sends a gift to the individual, those individuals are in the practice of being bad receivers. They feel entitled. They don't recognize that the gift is there. They don't really know what a gift is. They don't know how to accept a gift. That's really a difficult thing for some people because of their own stupidity, ignorance, emotions, and all entitlement. They are not good gift receivers. So those of us who are good gift givers, we're supposed to skip over those individuals altogether. Share our great gift giving for good receivers, because what happens when you try to give a gift to an individual who's a poor receiver, the energy is messed up because the gift wasn't received in the way that it was supposed to. See, if I give you a great gift or you give me a great gift, I feel good about the gift I gave you because of how you feel when you receive the gift, because you're a good gift receiver. If you give me a gift and I get it like, well, yeah, this raw, appreciate you, bro. You're going to be like, I knew my partner was going to rock that. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was going to. You feel the energy is right. But if a good gift giver tries to give something to a poor gift receiver, the energy, the balance is lost. And then it becomes negative impacted energy because of the receiver is trash. So don't try to give good gifts to trash receivers. Find good gift receivers, because that makes the energy go the way it's supposed to. And you deserve to choose your receivers wisely. Don't just try to get these gifts to everybody. Some of these women is poor receivers.
Nah,
and
you know
men
what?
too.
Here's the thing though. a lot of people, but especially for men, because a lot of men, we start depending on these women and start leaning on them for they shit. And so, right, what happens is we devalue ourselves and we don't know our value. And so we put the women on these pedestals because now a woman feel like she got the power. And I'm not trying to bash no women, trust me. But I'm saying this for my brothers. When the man has his
It's
stuff
Men's Day
together,
today.
it's men that when we got our shit
Men's Day
together,
Wednesday.
these women value start depreciating. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
you got your shit together and you become a high value man, I'm gonna use that word today. You become of high quality and you become in demand because when your season coming, you in demand and you standing on your business, you walking in your purpose. When you know your worth and your value, she can't give you nothing that you can't give yourself. Her value depreciates. So them attitudes, them demand lists, them shit start shrinking when you start thinking. That was a rhyme for y'all bars. That shit starts shrinking when you start thinking. Think about what you can do for yourself.
Indeed.
And then when you start going to these women, they start asking these out-of-pocket questions. Guess what we start doing? We start giving out-of-pocket answers. Or we start asking out-of-pocket questions to them that they feel is out of pocket. My question is not out of pocket. The way I move, not out of pocket. You out of pocket because you couldn't handle what I was giving you. You wanted to give it to me. You wanted me to receive your bullshit. But you didn't want to eat the bullshit. You put your value up so high that you overvalued yourself, player. Love, however you want to do it. Sometimes motherfuckers overvalue themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes you motherfuckers start thinking you better than what you think you king shit of Turd Island, but you just a little pebble ball rolling around in the toilet. You ain't
Mm.
shit. You pee water. I don't
Yeah.
even know what pee water is.
I don't know either. The pickle juice, the jar from in Living Color. See, when he was walking around with the bum. But anyway, you know, along with what you're saying too. Sometimes women will think that dudes, or even other people, just in general, will say a dude is dumb if he gives too much, right? If he's too nice or tries to uh, make a person feel special, right? They'll say he's dumb. Look how she acting. She acting like this, or look how they acting, right? Because this person is a giving in their nature. And you know, some people are really good gift givers. Like they enjoy giving things, and they'll say that person is dumb for doing so. But if a person feels like an individual is dumb for giving, they're actually the dumb one because they're not able to receive, right? They're actually the one that is dumb. It's not dumb. Now, it's dumb if you continue to give to an individual once you recognize that, you know, like how you bag the food up, like, yeah, I'm taking my food home, right? You didn't continue to try to force and give because then that wouldn't be the smartest thing to do. But in that scenario, she was dumb, right? That was dumb to act out in that way and walk outside and come back and do all that. When you sat there, had your good meal, drank your whatever you had, and bagged your food up and enjoyed yourself as much as you could in that scenario, right? You made the best of it. But an individual will say, oh, well, it's dumb for dudes to put themselves out there like that. Well, in actuality, it's dumb for individuals who overlook a quality individual that's sitting in front of them because they so in tune with music or what a person say in music or on a movie, and they think that that's real life. They think that there's a code that they have to live by based on stuff that's not real. Like they think that what a person's saying, oh yeah, we got to be like that. That's how we got to act. Instead of just being authentic, and when they have an authentic person in front of them, being good receivers, learn how to be good receivers.
Hmm. You know what? I was just thinking of a song in my head. I just forgot it that damn quick though. But a lot of oh, here what I was gonna say. Just to the ladies one more time, right?
Talking yourself out of gifts and things that you could have had, just be a good receiver.
A high value, a person with high value may not value you the way you value yourself. You may overvalue yourself, and sometimes in certain situations you can undervalue yourself. You just got
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that you know your value, and that's for a lot of men. We don't know our value. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? A lot of people don't know their value. A lot of people don't even know their self worth. But then some, damn, some people don't know their self worth, and they start following. Just like you were saying, they follow trends. They follow what people do. So, like this, like this.
Because they really followers.
Yeah, but I had thought about something the other day because I'll be thinking about the women with the bad attitudes, right?
Yeah.
Because I know a few the women
Yeah,
that
we
I
talking to
come,
y'all. Yeah,
yeah,
we
we
talking to
is,
y'all.
because the women I've been coming encounter with now, they have good energy. So when I talk to
Shout
somebody who
out to
get
y'all.
energy,
Shout out
it's
to
like,
y'all.
damn, I can sit up here and talk. This is why I talk the way I talk, because I deal with certain people that give back and pour back into me. The inspirational message of the day: pour into who pours into you. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
So
out
you
to
can make
y'all.
sure y'all balancing each other out. But I was thinking, some people, women, men, if you grow up in a family of I don't know nobody in my family too much. I think I got like one auntie, two aunties, maybe, from growing up that was married for a long time. I didn't know a lot of married couples.
Yeah.
So to me, marriage isn't as important as it would be. And this was my question: is marriage like, because you grew up around people married all the time? You
Mm-hmm.
married, you know, my mom and my dad was married, my aunties and uncles, my grandma and grandpa, they all stayed married for all these years. Do you feel like just because they're married, you got to get married? I got to get married. I got to have this because this is our family tradition.
Yeah.
What
Morals
you?
and traditions is very important, especially depending on who the individuals are. You know, their religion could require that, their family, like their whole like if they're in the will, like people put a lot of stuff into maintaining a certain image and way of life, that a person can be exiled if they don't meet certain requirements. That's a real thing in some people's families. They get that deep. But um just in general, if you were to ask an individual, a couple who has been married for a very long time, and they were speaking to a young whippersnapper, the first thing they will probably tell that young whippersnapper, the people who've been married for 30, 40, 50 years, they would probably say, don't get married.
I would say
There's a lot of times that people would say that. Outside, again, where I'm saying it's that structure of everybody, you know, you get married, you be married, it's part of their religion, it's part of their family. Sure. Some people would say, or at minimum, they would say, don't be in a rush to get married. Don't just think you have to get married. It would be something along those lines. Don't feel pressured to get married. Take your time. Marriage is not just the thing that you want to jump into, young whippersnapper. I know you in love. I know she's your everything. I know that's your everything. But let me tell you something about marriage, because I've been married for 30 years. Listen to somebody who's done it for 30 years, not somebody who was married for a minute, and then listen to somebody who was married for 10 years. You know what I mean? I'm going to just tell you, I would say take your time, pace yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, young man, and if it ain't right, don't force it. You don't have to get married. Not being married doesn't make you a failure. Just like if you get married, it doesn't make you a success. But if you find something and that's what you want to do, and it's right for you, God will let you know, and you be guided. But a lot of times people would say, at minimum, don't rush to get married if you're talking to somebody who's seasoned.
So what's a good age to get? Now that you know, like in this age, now you see it, more people getting married, but more divorces. So really, I think people are jumping into marriage. Again, we talked about
For
that
the
before
party.
about
They want it for the party,
right,
for the ring,
for the
for
party,
the
for the name
attention.
to say that I'm married. I'm married to whoop to whoop, but not for the covenant of marriage. And people are prematurely getting married without taking the real time and actual time that it works to do. Right? You got to do.
They don't even know how to live together. People don't even know how to live together, and then they get
that
married.
But all that starts here first. Let me tell you where this shit starts. I'm gonna be honest. This where this shit starts.
Know how to live together.
Not even that. Because before you can live with somebody, you gotta learn to live with yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Learn to live with yourself and make sure that you're not coming into this relationship with this person carrying old shit.
Of course.
And make sure they're not carrying old shit. So before y'all even get to living together, hey, we thinking about living together. Hey, I tell you what, can we do some kind of therapy, or is there anything you want to tell me, or I want to tell you, or before we get to this, and then let's date for this. But people putting out, we ain't gonna be just doing it for this long and not have no ring. Fuck that. Take the time, take 10 years, 20 years, because what's the right fucking age? Because at 30, you focused on your business and you the prime of your life. You coming into the prime, 30, 40, 50, you at that mark where whatever the fuck you gonna be, you finna be it, you gonna be good at it, and you gonna be successful, or you gonna be it, ain't gonna be shit and be horrible.
Yeah.
This is your choices. But take your time with the person, because guess what? At 30, I'm not fucking the way I was at 20. At 40, I'm not fucking the way I was at 30. At 50, I for sure ain't fucking the way I was at 40. And at 60, shit, if we fucking a couple times a year, we in the dough.
I'm still doing everything like when I was 19. Right, I'm telling you right now, I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up in the shower. I'll pick you up in the kitchen. I get amped. I go 4-5 rounds. You know what I'm talking about? So, but go ahead and finish what you were saying. I just wanted to let it be known. I don't fuck around. I'll fuck around. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead.
This nigga.
I don't fuck around. I'll fuck around.
Listen,
you know what I'm
that's Pete. That's Pete. That ain't what you get when you fucking with me. We're going to do it a time or two and we through. Take your ass to bed, because I'm going to bed. That's what I'm telling you. The older I get, the older we get, the better chances and the better likelihood that this marriage lasts. because now we focused on retirement, kicking back, chilling, companionship. Motherfuckers be acting like they want relationships, so motherfuckers just really want what they say.
For sure, I'm for sure. I'm gonna show them what's underneath the hood. For sure.
Log your ass off. Log your ass off now. Unhand me, woman, and log off now. Look, this the likelihood.
Let's get back in the car. We back.
The
in the
likelihood of a marriage lasting comes the older you are, because at some point, 30,
car. I
40,
can see
50,
that.
you at them ages, in your 20s, you get married in your 20s, you just wasted your 20s. You do it in your 30s, you didn't really enjoy it and build your career the way you want to. In your 40s is when the light switch flip and shit becomes clear, and then you start seeing the ways you want to move. So at 50, you looking for, hey, you already established yourself, you did what you did, your kids probably grown, you know what I'm saying? You in a mature state where you can do you and be comfortable. This is where a lot of the health problems come, a lot of the not want to go out as much, and you want that companionship come in. This is where that comes in at. So the likelihood of your marriage surviving through that is a lot better than you trying to rush into your prime time years. Because guess what? If you're still horny, somebody's going to be attractive. You're going to be attractive to somebody. At some point, it's going to be some intertwining that ain't supposed to happen. That's going to make something happen because y'all rushed into a situation or y'all rushed into a commitment. You don't own nobody. You don't own nobody. So the best that you can get is, hey, I'm too old to be out here trying to chase some tail, and you out here too old to be out here trying to give it away. So let's just sit in here and watch this Law and Order and eat noodle ramens and chocolate and whatever we finna do and kick back and be cool, pay these bills and enjoy the quality of life. That's where your marriage has the better success, not at these premature ages and everybody rushing for it. I just want somebody. I just need somebody. I want somebody to be mine, to love me, to not have whoop to whoop to whoop. Guess what? Everybody been ran through. Everybody got some baggage. Everybody got some luggage. Everybody's depressed. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's going through something. So what you want, think about it. All these people, 8 billion people. You one person out of 8 billion. The rest of these motherfuckers is going through the same shit. Now, some people ain't got our problems, but we got our problems. So if we came from the same hood, if I met you at the mall or at the restaurant, that means we in the same community. That means your livelihood ain't too much different from mine. You 1 foot in and 1 foot out too. So what you can't do for yourself all the way and do for me, I can't do for you and do for myself at the same time. Maybe I can, maybe I don't want to. It don't matter. But if you want your relationship to last, take your time and do it later in life, opposed to doing it early in life. So that way you can live your life and make sure that that's the life that you want. And that was a bar.
And I'll say this too on the other side too. So you're right. When we was talking about I was saying like live together. I mean, people don't know how to live together. You were saying first learn how to live with yourself. But sometimes that can be the issue when people do get married, because one person might know how to live with themselves first, but they marry a partner who does not know that. So then they come in and they had their own spot, especially if we talk about young. It could be a person who's had their own life, had their own way of living, had their own place. And then they get married to their partner who this is their first place that they had. This is their first time having these types of responsibilities. And they're married in a relationship. And the reason that the marriage doesn't last is because one person is so well versed in knowing themselves, knowing how to live with themselves, that when it comes time to share a space with a person who don't have that, it's detrimental to the relationship. So even when a person does know how to live for themselves and know themselves, a huge step is still knowing how to live and coexist with a person that you're going to share a space with before you go into a marriage, because that could be the very thing that breaks the marriage apart. They could be two great people who were in love until they, a lot of people, relationships with their parents is best when they don't live in their parents' home.
Yep.
They have healthy, joyful, beautiful relationships when they're not in their parents' home. If they are in their parents' home, the relationship is not even close to that. Right? So that happens when people get married. If they have not learned how to coexist and live with another individual. The other thing is this: You're absolutely, it could be great advice for an individual to take their time and wait till they mature and they're ready. That's when people say they ready to settle down now. An issue that some people may run into, I just thought about this though, that's when the women say, what we waiting on, they not waiting forever. They not waiting till they get
Right,
older. They want to have their
right,
kids now. They want to start their life now. They want to live
right.
their life now. They want to do these things in their prime. And the dude might be saying, hey, I want to keep in my prime doing what I'm doing and not be tied down. And they'd be like, well, why you with me? So that, but if you get two people on the same page, or you get that individual who doesn't allow himself to get into a committed relationship, or herself, and they just enjoy themselves as individuals till they're ready to settle down, that's a decision that a person made based on knowing themselves. Now, the other part of that is if you do start in your 20s and you do them 18, 20, 30 years of marriage, and you find yourself having some freedom in your 40s or your 50s, do not rush back into another marriage. You better go out there and enjoy them 40s and them 50s if you can
What?
handle it. Some people might feel alone, but for some people, I don't see why you would jump back into it. I'd say at that point, you raise your children. You gave 25 years of doing so. You did everything. You
Mm,
provided. Now you did. That's like if a person go to jail and they do 20 years in jail when they get out. You did 25 years of a marriage. You did 25 years of a relationship. You did 25 years of raising the children. You did 25 years of taking care of a significant other. Now you have gained an opportunity to not have to do that shit. Now you have gained an opportunity to do you at the age of 40, at the age of 50. I think a person will be wise to at least give themselves 5 years of enjoying that because you earned it. That's like a vacation.
remember what I told you, babe, back in the beginning? As long as it took for you to get something, it's gonna take just as long as to get rid of it. So what you said was accurate. You know what I'm saying? Don't go jumping back into shit because you do that, and then it ain't that you just try to jump back into nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's that you're so comfortable with something. You're so used to something. You're
Used to,
so
yeah.
right.
And it's a fear.
This
That's the
it was
fear.
right. Now it's the fear. My boy, listen, my sister used to I don't even want to say it. She know what the fuck. But my sister used to always, not used to, she still say it right now. She loves to tell me shit like this. What's one of her words? You ain't trying, you doing. Nah, you just scared. Nah, you just think because, but you already doing it, right? My sister,
She say,
her
go on, say
motivation,
it, fool.
log off. Look, she's a nut. But what she would tell me is, you already doing it. You just scared to let go of something. And then she'll ask, like, what are you holding on to? It ain't nothing but time. It's nothing but time. It's a fucked up way to think about it, but it's nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get time back, but we spend time, and then we feel like because we spent time and so much time that we work for this, or we earn this, or we own this. And in reality is it's fucking time. We waste it, right? And then we put into some people, we get into these relationships, and we feel like, damn, I've been with this person for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. And out of all these years that you was with this person, maybe the first two, maybe the first one or two was hella good. It
Yeah,
was hella passion, it was hella love, it was hella chemistry, hella
yeah,
romance, it was all the good shit. But them
yeah,
other years, it was bland. It ain't no going out. The conversation, hey, you got your food, I got mine. I'm gonna go up and eat. You gonna stay down and eat? You gonna run to the store? I'm gonna run to the store. We ain't even gotta go together, but we'll go together every now and then. And then you start living stagnant. Now you start living, you start settling. You become content with some bullshit that ain't really for you. But we be so afraid to let go because we just put 2 years in. And now
fear.
them 2 years just turned to 4 years. And now them 4 years just turned to 6 years. And you just keep on adding on years to shit because you afraid to let go of some shit that you were supposed to let go 4 years ago.
Yeah,
So now you walking around carrying hella baggage, hella unnecessary luggage, hella fear, hella self-doubt. You carrying around hella insecurities because you couldn't let go of some shit because it was just time, but we didn't want to waste it. But
mm,
instead of cutting the cord
mm,
early, we
yeah,
just wasted more time. But now we
mm,
feeling like if I leave you, then I just wasted all this time.
Make it make
Self-sabotaging like
sense.
a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
self-sabotage. Yeah.
You wasted your time by wasting your time.
Yeah.
Because we afraid to let go. So 2025 is the year of being a bully. This is my inspiration of the day. 2025 is the year of being the bully. We're
Yeah.
gonna start standing up for ourselves. We're
Yeah.
gonna start cutting shit off even when it don't feel good. Even when that shit feel like, man, if I can't, because of this. We're gonna give ourselves every reason to fail. That's trying. We trying not to fail, but we really giving ourselves the reason and the okay, if it's okay if you do fail. Guess what? It is
Yeah.
okay if you fail. But don't look at it as a fucking failure if you keep on going. Cut this shit off. Some shit you gotta let go. Some shit you wasting
Yeah.
your own fucking time by wasting your fucking time. It's
Yeah.
fucking time. You got more time behind you than you got in front of you. You might die tomorrow. Are you gonna die unhappy? Or are you gonna say, you know what? If this is my last day, I'm gonna go out in the motherfucking bang. I'm gonna have a ball with it, or I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. What have you done for yourself today to tell
Yeah.
yourself thank you or congratulations? How the fuck did you celebrate you today? Did anybody celebrate themselves today? How did you celebrate yourself? Did you give yourself a fucking clap, a motivation, some inspiration, nigga, a hug? Did you hug yourself? The shit starts with you. Fuck these folks and fuck how people feel about you.
Yeah.
It's fucking you.
Yeah.
Oh man,
One of the
my fault.
Yeah, no, it's all good. One of the ways that you can celebrate yourself is by taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? That people overlook that fact. Like when you're giving certain things, if you're given a gift or like a talent, you was talking about being poor receivers, but it's not always the gift of the gifts that are given that people put unreal value on, like a car or a purse, or that's a lot of people think those are the real gifts, and those are the people that are stupid, because people put more value on things that uh, can be replaced than the things that are true gifts and of true value that can't be replaced. So, one of the ways that you can, recognize yourself, apply it yourself, is by taking care of yourself and utilizing the real gifts that you were given. If you were given if you were given a talent, utilize the talent. Don't waste it. If you were given a great opportunity, maximize the opportunity. Don't waste it. Take care of your mind. It can't be replaced. Take care of your heart, your lungs, your body. These things are of the most value, not the purses, the cars, because those things, no matter how much a person likes them, they can be replaced. But this body, this mind, this spirit, it can't be. So those are the real gifts. And people overlook that because they're stupid enough to believe that those gifts that can be replaced are more important than things that are not replaceable, right? So that those were we were talking about being good receivers. Remember to receive the God-given gifts that you have been given and utilize those and maximize those. That could be your talent, that could be whatever it is. But and anyway.
Hey, can you? No, I don't even want to ask it no more, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Can you go from a friend zone? If a female friend zone you, can you go from the friend zone to the end zone?
It's some of the best.
Hey,
I think, yeah, you can. And I think that
hey, man, you got to. Like my partner P said, it's always possible, but a lot of times, and I was thinking this to myself, is that the end game? Do most niggas just want to be your friend? I ain't. Never mind. Next conversation, my nigga. Today's a good day, but there is no sunshine. Nothing but clouds in the sun, and the sun, and the feeling like it's alright. I almost had this perfect power that I can't explain.
oh
Fell from heaven like the showers, and I smile, even though it hurts.
oh
See, I
okay.
smile. Hey.
Oh, okay. Okay, we
You feel
I
me?
got I was talking to somebody. I'm gonna answer your question by sharing a conversation that somebody had with me. You can, a dude, there's been dudes that have pursued a woman for over 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. And so this person was telling me about a dude that had pursued them for a very long time. And then, you know, they ended up after 8, 10 years, he finally, they finally did whatever, you know what I mean? And, I just told the person that, for a dude, that's like some of the best, unless it's super trash, of course, right? That's some of the best sex that they could, I'll say it politically correct. That's some
If
of the
you have
best
to
sex that
chase
they
the
could have.
motherfucker, so if you have to chase this motherfucker and play that role, so that was a perfect question. If you play that role for so long to be the friend, just so you can get it in, at that point, nigga, you can't cheat. You gotta be committed off the rip.
But it could just be not a relationship thing. It could just be one day y'all out in Vegas or Hawaii, you bump into somebody or something, and they be like, "Oh, hey, let's go," and then it turned into something, and you hit. And that for a dude in that moment, it could be for women. I don't know. I can't speak for women, but for a dude who been wanting to hit this girl since 5 years ago, 6, 7, 8 years ago, since high school, and she still look raw. Not the ones that fell off and then try to holler at you
Right.
then. Nah, not them. Not the ones that fall off and then be like, "Hey, what's up, Casey?" Nah, the ones that still like, "Ooh, she raw. She look even better, right?"
Right.
And then they see you and you smack. That's some of the best you could have. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Hey, because everything got its time. Everything got its time to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Everything got to come when it's supposed to happen. Everything
Yeah,
will happen when it's supposed to happen. So, motherfucker just got
but
to.
if it's trash and you waited all that time, ain't this about
Nigga. Can you imagine, nigga, that nigga got to call you. Bro, what you doing, bro? You'll never believe. You remember whoa.
Bro, it's trash, cuz I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, I wouldn't even did it, man.
I wish I'd have known.
Man, listen, man. If you knew better, you would do better, man. But sometimes we just don't know, and sometimes.
But it's the joy in finding out.
Oh. Let me ask you. You ever? I'm gonna ask it anyway. If her pH is off,
Well, nah. Come on, we
do
gonna
you still
get
do it?
back in the car. No,
Do you still do it?
no,
I
no,
almost did it one day.
no.
I walked in the bathroom. Horrible. I didn't. I walked out. But I'm not gonna go into that
Come
story.
on, man.
Get back in the car. Listen, and we finna get up out of here, P. We got any more topics for today?
We should. Hey, you know what we should do? We should take a shower. Starting with you.
Man, when
I
I
put
put on
some
that kick
rose
this thing,
petals in the shower.
no, I ran some bath water, bro, and remember that Pat had the theme song. Remember that kick the sneak, stanky panky.
Oh yeah, that's
Nigga,
actually one of my favorite songs.
I had that thing slapping. We was on 7 Deuce
Oh,
and
you're so
Lacey, boy.
stupid.
Man,
Stupid.
listen.
He's stupid. That's
ran the
actually one of
bath
my
water
favorite songs.
ran the bath water with the bubbles and everything.
Don't. Yeah, that's not.
Oh, hold on. Put it back to the flower. And I'm gonna go out of but not out of knife. I'll never brace it for the table. No,
easy come, easy go.
it's a love game. Out, just another love TKO. Man, listen, y'all know. My bad, y'all. Y'all know how we get, man.
Tell your partner to get out the course so I can get to know him. That's BA verse on there.
Yeah.
Tell your partner to get out the course so I can get to know him. Yeah.
I can't remember the whole. I'm gonna slap that shit in a minute. But anyway, we got any more topics for today, Pete? Where we at, man?
Man, I think we did great in a short amount of time. That was 1 hour 18 minutes, man. I think we did great.
Hey, man, listen, y'all did great, man. I appreciate y'all for coming out with us. And
Rocking
go to my YouTube, man. So like and subscribe my YouTube.
Before you go, put it in the thing because people was asking last time.
Hey,
they tried to
put
type
it in there.
No. Put a link. No. Go to your page.
Go
to your
my
page and then share the link in here because people was asking how to get to it and they was trying to type it in. But if you share the link in the chat, they can literally just go to it from the link.
Oh, let me see.
Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram too if y'all not already following us on Instagram. All my stuff is at Train the Brain Fit Club. All Casey stuff is Self-Invested 81, except for the YouTube page is I Am Manifestation. Walk away from the car. Don't get in the car. stay where we at. That's what you're saying.
He said stay where we're out.
Where my sweatsuit at, P? You said a woman's medium. Is that right?
He said stay
a woman's medium. I got you. I'm gonna send it to you. I got you. When I send it to you, make sure you take a picture in it. Make sure you take a picture in it when I send it to you.
I was just playing Kick the Sneak, itchy bop bop. They say it itchy.
He got some. He got some new knock too, but yeah. Sometimes I'll be going down memory. Yeah, sometimes I go down memory lane and I'll be slapping. I slapped that 3 times. Crazy album, really from start to finish. Only a couple songs that you got to skip. You know.
Sometimes
what I mean?
I try to go find some dual committee. You know.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know,
yeah,
old school shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah,
that's when it was just Keek and AGE though.
Yeah, like
before BA.
Yeah. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for coming out today. It's late too, and it's gonna be snowing out here. I know y'all got a cold out there.
It's down there 70 out here. It was nice.
It was
It's like 70 degrees out here.
It was like 36 today.
Oh yeah, sick of love.
Yeah, that was
love for sick of love
for young. You stretching for the 4 ounce of more liquor.
Quicker.
They go right past me.
Little voice in my head saying, "Get the gas, he going fast through the back streets and cussing Crescent Beach, Oakland. You see pimping and horn. LL got the dank smoking. He's speaking in the back of my legs, saying no about the sounds reflecting flowing. I guess I came up Charlie because they roll past it. I kept writing Bob Marley into the shop to get my chop. Practice there, incredible. I can hear me coming up the block. Okay, my sitting on things with shop with a chop. Then I be hitting your block, packing the heat like Rambo flows the channel for the tobacco out with Rambo. Pretend don't break down. It don't throw tobacco out the window for automatically count casinos, automatically counting people. Hit them up, get them up, hit them up. How the tips they can't feel shit, man. I'm so
sick.
Yeah. Anyway, we was raised off that. Pardon me.
You went on your shit real quick. He said, "That's my shit." That nigga said, "That's my shit." That nigga said, "I'm finna finish this whole verse." All right, man. Hey, where we at today? Today Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a guest. I'm gonna see. I don't know yet. I'll let you know.
Age do got the best verse on that song. He do got the best verse on that song.
Age had the best verse on every song, nigga.
Not every song, but a lot of songs. Cause I know what you're talking about, but some of Keek verses is the most memorable. All in the dope, when I hands through the fro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain. You know what I mean? So yeah,
because I'm about to pull it out and bust around the table. I ain't fucking with these hoes. I want to bring shit to the table.
A lot of Keek verses got like little memorable standout. You know what I'm saying? The Age that had the most bars.
Have you ever stuck your finger through the hole of a dead nigga's forehead and see what happened when hollow tips linger, nigga?
It's also singing and also singing and also simple. Two slugs in our heart.
Let me get up out of here. We're gonna be on this motherfucker for 3 days. Nigga, we're going off of that. Hey man, listen. Thank y'all. We're gonna get back on Sunday, maybe. It's gonna be we're getting on Sunday.
And y'all go listen to 3 Times Crazy and tell us what the top 2 songs off that album is.
Hey,
Stacking chips.
Hey man, I Am Manifestation. Like and subscribe, comment, and
make sure you like and subscribe on @Manifestation. Also make sure you like and subscribe here, and also make sure you tell a friend to join in. Come to our join in on our next live episode, and go follow us on our Instagram as well.
In a minute. All right, we out. Peace, y'all. You ready?
All right, we'll see y'all on the next one.
In a minute.
All right.